All right. How do I say this? People, like, here's the thing to non-Christians. Just because there are requirements to become a true Christian, it doesn't mean that it's hateful when when you don't meet those requirements. Okay? Like, how do I say this? How do I say this? Like, you got to think about this. How can you be a true Christian if you hate the gospel, hate anything to do with God, hate Jesus, Jehovah, Holy Spirit? Um, how do I say this? And literally just hate the people who are actually loving and are actually trying to get right with God. Because, like, here's the thing, I get that there are some people, like many Christians, who are actually hateful, and not doing their job when it comes to getting right with God. But there are actually Christians who are patient, kind, loving, and they are actually doing their part, that are really doing their part and really being loving. And they are much more mature than I am. They are much more mature than I am when it comes to their evangelizing. And I was like, whoa. I've seen street patch preachers evangelize to the LGBTQ, and they were evangelizing so gracefully. They didn't cuss them out. He didn't cuss them out. He didn't cuss them out. He didn't fight them. He didn't physically fight them. He didn't do none of that. Okay? The only hateful people in those videos were the LGBTQ community. They were the ones cussing them out. They were the one trying to humiliate them. They were the one harassing and vandalizing his stuff. They were the ones doing all that hateful stuff. You guys are not as peaceful as you think you are. So, back to what I was saying. So, it's like, how can a true Christian, like, hate the gospel, hate everything to do with Jesus, and literally just be offended at what, how do I say it? Be offended at, like, when other Christians are actually just trying to be loving and evangelize. Because trust me, there are actual Christians that are really trying to be loving. All right. So one thing about, and another thing is, like, when it comes to when it comes to how do I say this? I know you guys think like everybody should be included in Christianity, but here's the thing. We Christians do not make the rules. All right? It's really God. Right? God makes the rules of who should be included in Christianity and who shouldn't. So, and another thing, it's like, because one thing is this, when it comes to Christianity, Christianity goes against fleshly desires. And I'm not saying you guys can't do it. Like, you guys can go against fleshly desires. But the reason you guys get offended and you think that, but that, how do I say this? That's literally the reason why you think that everybody should be included in Christianity, because Christianity is against fleshly desires. And that is also proof that God exists. That's proof that God exists because it is really different from every other religion. And if you disagree with the rules of Christianity, then go to these other religions that let you do whatever you want. Go to Buddhism, go to Hinduism, go to New Age, go to whatever religion that is not Christianity. New Age is just a bunch of every religion put in one, and then New Age is just a mixture of every religion, and then you start saying, I'm Christian. That's what New Age is. New Age is, I do every religion and I'm Christian. And nah, you're not Christian. You just every religion at the same time calling yourself Christian. All right, one thing I would rather you guys say, I'm Satanist and I don't care, than for you to say, I'm Christian, but I worship Satan. Okay, I would rather you say, I'm atheist and I don't believe in God, than for you to say, I'm Christian, but I don't believe in God. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it make sense. Like, how does that even make sense to say, I'm Christian and I don't believe in God? Like, that's like saying, I am an astronaut and I don't believe in outer space. So, yeah. God bless.